Welcome, Curious Minds. Today we're doing a deep dive into a really inspiring story. It
hmm
shows how personal resilience can build the foundation for a truly purpose-driven business.
hmm
We're unpacking the origin story and like the core philosophy of Cadence SEO,
Right.
an organization whose journey is, really rooted in overcoming adversity, and they have this unique vision for client partnership.
Yeah, we've got some fascinating material here.
We do. And our mission for you, listening, is to distill the powerful insights from their path. Okay, let's dig in.
Absolutely. And what we'll uncover today, it's really more than just a business profile, isn't it?
It feels like it.
It's a compelling testament, I think, to how these deeply held values, forged in really challenging times, can fundamentally shape a company's whole ethos.
Especially its approach to service.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Particularly in an industry like SEO, which can be tricky.
Let's start right at the beginning then with the founders, Christy Olson and Kevin McLaughlin. Their stories are really the bedrock here. So, first, Christy, imagine facing the unimaginable, becoming a widow, 5 young kids to support.
Just incredible pressure.
Yeah. And the source material really highlights her just sheer determination. She joined an SEO agency and basically mastered the industry.
And how she did it is interesting too, by constantly pestering the experienced SEOs.
Yeah, endless questions, just relentless curiosity, it sounds like.
What's really fascinating there is how that kind of profound adversity, it didn't crush her.
No.
Instead, it just ignited this powerful drive for self-sufficiency, sure, but also for just acquiring knowledge, almost aggressively.
That's a good way to put it.
It really shows how, high personal stakes can sharpen a founder's perspective, maybe
Yeah.
turning that vulnerability into real empathy for clients.
Yeah, which feels pretty rare in a sales-driven field
It's
sometimes.
definitely a differentiator.
And, okay, at the same time, you have Kevin. He was battling his own pretty serious demons,
Right.
working to overcome this cycle of depression, self-sabotage, and alcohol addiction. And through just sheer grit, perseverance, he completely turned his life around. It's quite the transformation.
And if you connect those stories, those individual journeys, to the bigger picture,
Mm-hmm.
both founders show this incredible capacity for, transformation
Yeah.
and resilience, obviously.
Absolutely.
Their personal battles really speak volumes about their character, before Cadence SEO even existed. It's a foundation built on genuinely overcoming some tough stuff.
So we've seen these incredible individual paths. But the real turning point, the thing that brought Cadence SEO into being, was when these two paths finally crossed.
Right, where they converge.
They found love and also this shared passion for running marathons.
Which is such a great metaphor, isn't it?
It really is, for endurance,
And-
sustained effort, all that.
Yeah.
But beyond the personal connection, it was actually a professional frustration that sparked the business idea.
Wow. Yeah.
The source material points right to Christie being deeply frustrated with the cost and, maybe more importantly, the quality of the SEO services she'd been selling before.
Okay, that's critical, that pain point.
Yeah.
It really makes you ask, how did these shared experiences, especially that shared frustration with how the industry often works,
Yeah.
how did that come together to create such a clear business mission?
Right.
It just highlights the power of shared values, maybe even shared dissatisfaction, guiding a new venture,
Yeah.
pushing back.
Totally. And it was exactly that frustration that inspired them to co-found Cadence SEO. And they had this very specific mission, almost rebellious maybe,
How so?
to create a truly people-first company.
Okay, people first. You hear that phrase a lot, though.
Sure.
What specifically from their story do you think makes their commitment to that idea seem, really distinct, verifiable, not just marketing?
That's a really good question, because I think for them, people first isn't just a slogan. It feels like it's baked in. It's this foundational belief that the client's vulnerability, their trust, much like maybe the founder's own experiences, has to be met with absolute integrity, transparency.
No.
So their vision was super clear from the start. Prioritize integrity over, say, short-term profit. Always do the right thing. Deliver exceptional, quantifiable value.
Right, measurable results.
Exactly. And the source emphasizes that even when it's tough, these principles stick. They're at the heart of the company, fueling its growth, and their partners' growth, too. It's like a core design principle.
Precisely. And the insight there isn't just that they have values. Lots of companies say they do.
Yeah.
It's that these values aren't some add-on. They feel like the operating system, forged in that fire of their past experiences.
That's a great analogy. Operating system.
It suggests doing the right thing isn't really a choice for them in the moment, but more like an ingrained reflex born from their own struggles.
Okay, so it's one thing to have these clear principles, these deep-seated values, but how does that actually translate? How does it shape the day-to-day for a client working with them?
Yeah, the practical application.
Let's look at how they put it into practice. First off, open communication. They really prioritize making sure clients are always informed, always engaged. They start relationships with weekly check-ins, then maybe transition to bi-weekly as needed. It's all about alignment, transparency, pulling back the curtain on SEO, essentially.
Which is a direct counter to that black box idea you sometimes get with agencies, isn't it?
Totally.
By forcing that consistent, transparent engagement, they're not just building trust, they're actively reducing the client's risk, their vulnerability, when they're investing in something complex like SEO.
Yeah, it shifts the power dynamic a bit.
Entirely.
And, okay, then there are the contracts. They understand the challenges of those rigid, long-term deals common in the industry.
Ugh, yeah, those lock-ins.
Right. So Cadence SEO offers flexible month-to-month agreements, simple 2-week notice period.
Wow.
It gives clients the freedom, adjust things as circumstances change without being trapped.
That flexible model is actually pretty significant.
It feels like it.
It empowers the client, obviously, removes a huge point of friction and risk, but it also signals massive confidence in their own service, doesn't it?
That's a good point. They don't need to lock people in.
Exactly. It's a real disruption to the typical agency model.
And finally, the team itself. It's made up of subject matter experts, dedicated to giving comprehensive, prompt responses.
So, real expertise.
Yeah, and they really believe in demystifying SEO, giving clear insights, educating clients, empowering their teams, making collaboration better. The source suggests they actively teach clients why certain tactics are important, like detailed technical audits or maybe nuanced content strategies, why they matter for long-term growth.
So they're turning clients into genuinely informed partners.
Exactly.
So it's not just about providing a service then. It's also knowledge transfer.
Yeah.
Genuinely empowering the client to get what they're paying for and why it actually works. Their whole approach, client-centric, high engagement, it seems, designed to deliver effective, efficient SEO consulting that's actually tailored to unique needs, not just a one-size-fits-all package.
Yeah, it's an approach where that mutual understanding, that partnership becomes a real advantage.
Definitely.
This whole deep dive into Cadence SEO's origins, it really reminds us that those principles forged in personal hardship, integrity, perseverance, a deep commitment to others, they can lay the absolute strongest foundation for exceptional service. In any field, really.
It really can.
It's not just about the product or the service in the end, is it? It's about that underlying philosophy.
It makes you wonder, though, how might recognizing the human stories, that deep personal resilience behind the businesses we work with, how might that change our expectations? Could it maybe foster more meaningful, more transparent, and ultimately just more successful partnerships?
That's a great thought. It kind of redefines what trust could mean in a business relationship, doesn't it?
It really does. Something to think about.